Hello, for today's practice, we are going to be slowing down and holding restorative poses for our bedtime sequence. We'll be going through some shoulder openers as well as warming up the spine. There'll be some twists, and we will end with a nice hip opener. So getting started, we will begin at the back of our mat, sitting in thunderbolt position or sitting on the heels. Now, I'll give you two options here. You can either sit back on the heels, or if you'd like to open a little bit deeper into the soles of the feet, go ahead and curl the toes, sitting back onto the heels. From here, let's relax the shoulders, maybe rolling them up and down. Extending tall through the spine. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, start to walk the fingers forward. Finding a child's pose variation, we're going to begin to melt the chest towards the mat. You can relax the forehead and press it into the ground. And keep walking the fingers towards the top of the mat so you feel that deep opening into the sides of the body. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. And during this time, try to relax your seat towards the heels. Breathing deeply into the back body. You can slowly begin to walk the hands towards the right side of the mat, breathing into the left side of the body. So you just simply walk the palms to the right side, maybe stacking the palms one on top of the other. Taking 2 more breaths here into the left rib cage. On your exhale, you can gently unstack the palms and walk them towards the left corner. Maybe stacking the right palm on top and then releasing the forehead. Relaxing through the back muscles. Getting a nice opening into the shoulders and as well as into the feet if you have your toes curled. Inhale deeply through the nostrils and exhale through the nostrils, keeping the mouth closed. 1 more breath here. Great job, guys. Slowly pick up the gaze, walk the palms towards the top of the mat, and you can begin to ripple forward, finding a tabletop. Begin to stack the limbs. You can uncurl the toes, maybe even lightly smacking the tops of the feet onto the ground just to bring a little bit of feeling back into the feet. You want to have the fingers spread wide, palms underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hip points. Begin to bring yourself to a neutral spine, and we're going to move through some cat-cows. Inhale, dip the belly, open the heart space, point the tailbone up. Exhale, start to arch through the back, tuck the tailbone, draw the chin in. Inhale, dipping the belly, cow pose. Exhale, arching the back, coming into your cat. Now we're going to take a couple more rounds of these cat-cows and maybe begin to close your eyes. Start to tune in with how this feels inside the body. Noticing where you're making space. And maybe just using the cat-cows as a guide, adding any other intuitive movement that calls to you. So if it feels okay in the neck, you can begin circling the head as you take your cat-cows. Maybe finding little circular motions with the body. Whatever feels best here while you're taking the cat-cows. We're gonna take 3 more rounds. This is a great way to release any stagnant energy in the body. One more round. Slowly coming back to that neutral spine, release the seat towards the heels, taking a child's pose, extending the arms towards the top of the mat. Your legs are hip width apart, so legs are close together. We're gonna keep the right palm in the center of the mat in front of you, arm is extended, and let's just start to extend the left arm towards the back, taking a deep twist here, breathing into the left side, keep reaching the left fingertips towards the back. One more breath. Exhale, start to walk the left palm to replace the right, and then twist to the right side, extending the right palm towards the back, opening across the chest. Taking a deep breath into the right side of the body. And then exhale, start to extend the right arm towards the top of the mat. We're going to ripple forward, arching the back, curl the toes, lift the seat up for your first downward dog. Your feet are hip width apart, heels are pressing down towards the mat, fingers are spread wide, have your palms fully pressed into the mat. We're gonna take 3 spinal waves here. Super good for warming up and nurturing the spine. Let's inhale, ripple forward like a wave, plank pose. Exhale, bend the knees, press back to your downward dog. Let's do 2 more rounds. Follow the pace of your breath. Inhale, ripple forward, plank. Exhale, bend the knees, push back, downward dog. 1 more round. Great job. Meeting in your regular downward dog. Let's open up a little bit more into the chest and the back. So start to bend the knees and then bring the chest as close as you can to the thighs. We're gonna take 1 deep breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release through the nostrils. Feel the opening between the shoulder blades. Let's start to extend the legs, pressing the heels towards the mat. And we're gonna walk the palms towards the back of the mat, finding a forward fold. Hanging heavy here, ragdoll variation. Maybe even taking hold of opposite elbow, swaying side to side. Reconnecting with your breath. So find soothing, effortless breaths here. Pressing all 4 corners of your feet into the mat. Let your neck muscles and your facial features relax. And getting in the mindset of preparing for a good night's rest. And coming into relaxation mode. 1 more breath here. Slowly coming back to center. If you took hold of the elbows, you can extend the arms. Let's start to walk forward, but pay attention to the heels. So you want the heels to stay onto the mat as much as you can. Walking forward. While keeping the heels pressed into the mat, you're gonna feel a deep release into the back of the legs. Really big stretch here. We're gonna take 1 more breath. Try to relax through your muscles. Wonderful job. Slowly bend into the knees and we can begin to release the knees towards the mat. Walking the palms forward, let's slowly lower down onto the belly, bending into the elbows. And we're gonna open up into the shoulders a little bit deeper here. So placing the left cheek onto the ground, extend the left arm by your left side. We're gonna bend into the right knee, draw the foot in closer towards the body, and then start to open up the right side of your body. So walking the right foot over to the left side, up and over the left leg. Eventually, maybe pressing the right foot into the ground. This is a really deep shoulder opener as well as a spinal twist. We're going to be letting gravity do the work here. So just try to let go of any tension or grip. Let the body weight get heavy towards the mat. We're going to stay here for 4 more full breaths in and out the nose. And as you take deep breaths in and out, just notice where your breath feels like it's being sent. Trying to send the breath to the back body, the sides of the body, into the shoulders. Slowly picking up the right foot, extending it towards the back while you release the belly ever so gently onto the mat. Finding a twist to the opposite side, so start extending the right arm towards the right side. And then we'll place the right cheek onto the mat, start to bend into the left knee, draw it towards the body. And then release it up and over the right leg. So releasing the left foot over to the right side. Maybe letting it relax into the ground. And noticing how this feels into the right shoulder. We usually have one side that's more tense, so you may come into different variations on each side, and that's okay. Taking 3 more full breaths here. Commit to connecting with your prana, your breath. Staying in the present moment. Working to relax the parasympathetic nervous system. One more breath. And let's gently start to extend the left leg, drawing the belly back to the mat. Bringing both palms underneath the shoulder points and press back to a child's pose. Gently start to slide the hands towards the body, stacking the spine. Head over heart and heart over pelvis. Sitting in our thunderbolt position at the back of the mat. We're just gonna find some gentle neck circles. So start to release the left ear towards the left shoulder, drawing half crescent moon shapes. So drawing the chin in towards the chest, releasing the right ear over the right shoulder, and continuing to move with your pace of breath here. And maybe even visualizing those half crescent moon shapes that you're drawing with the chin or the nose. Start to slowly pick the head back to center. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the back, pull the knuckles towards the ground, open the chest, Now you have a couple options here. You can stay here gazing towards the ceiling, or maybe you want to explore and test out how this feels into the neck. So start to draw those half moon circles with this bind. It's a way to get a little bit deeper into the neck. And if you have any knots within the shoulders or near the neck, this is a super good way to massage them out. Taking one more breath here. Enjoying this gentle release into the neck. And then start to lift the head, coming back to center. Inhale deeply into the chest, extend the spine. Exhale, start to fold forward, keeping the bind, releasing the top of the head onto the mat. So rolling the crown of the head onto the mat, releasing the bind up and overhead, pulling the knuckles towards the ceiling. Knees are underneath the hip points, tops of the feet pressing into the mat as anchors. You're in your rabbit pose here. We're going to stay for 3 full breaths, breathing into the shoulders. In and out the nose. One more breath here. Exhale, gently release the bind, ever so gently bringing the fingers towards the mat. Start to release the seat towards the heels, lifting the head. Wonderful job. Extend the right arm towards the ceiling, bend into the elbow, and release the right palm to the upper middle back. And from here, you should feel a deep opening into the right tricep. You can also draw the left palm towards the top of the right elbow and then draw the elbow in. So getting a little bit deeper here, sitting on the heels. Spine is nice and tall. Try to tuck the tailbone slightly, draw the rib cage in. Of course, being aware of the breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhale to release. One more breath here. Let's gently release the right elbow and move to the opposite side. So extending the left arm, bending into the elbow, drawing the palm to the middle upper back, and then using the right palm to draw the left elbow in a little bit more. Tucking the tailbone slightly, drawing the rib cage in. Long spine. Maybe even imagine someone pulling you from the top of your head with a marionette string, sitting nice and tall. One more breath here. Gently release hold of the left elbow. Let's place the palms in front of us, swing the legs to any side, and we're gonna immediately cross the left leg over the right. So we're stacking the knees, coming into our Gomukhasana or our cow face pose. I'm gonna face towards you guys so you can see more. But stacking the left knee as much as you can over the right, drawing the feet in. Gauging whether this feels like enough into the left glute, or maybe you start to walk the palms forward, opening the palms towards the ceiling, taking a more restorative version, folding over the thighs, closing the eyes. Letting the body get heavy and sink towards the ground. Noticing how your breath is. And let's slowly start to walk the palms towards the body, stacking the spine. And we're going to open up into the right hamstring. So start to extend the right leg, keeping the left leg stacked over the right. Your left knee is still stacked over the right knee. Keep the right toes flexed so the toes are pointing towards the ceiling. And then let's start to walk the palms towards the right foot, folding over the thighs as much as you can. Now this is a deep opener into the right hamstring, so just try to relax the upper body. Even if you don't fold deeply, don't even worry about it or get too attached to that. This is an intense opening, as I mentioned, so either way, it's gonna feel like a challenge. Might as well accept it, fold as much as you can, and then release and let go of the rest. Slowly walking the palms towards the body, stacking the spine. Let's pick up the left leg, and we're going to take Gomukhasana on the opposite side. So bending into the left knee, placing it onto the ground, stack the right knee over. Feet are drawn in towards the body, sitting nice and tall, staying here, or maybe on your exhale, walking forward, releasing the chest over the thighs. Opening the palms towards the ceiling if you would like a more restorative version. 3 breaths here. Relaxing through the jaw. Very mindfully start to walk the palms towards the body, lifting the chest. Let's extend the left leg, stacking the right knee over the left, flexing the left toes towards the ceiling to protect the knee, sitting nice and tall. Notice how this feels into the body. And then start to find that point between ease and challenge. So folding over your thighs, letting the arms rest heavy by your sides. And just noticing how this feels into the left hamstring. Relax that place in between your eyebrows, your third eye. And just let your whole body soften here. Wonderful job. Slowly stack the palms towards the body, lifting the heart space. We're gonna release the right leg away from the left leg, so picking it up. And let's swing the legs towards the back. Knees are bent, feet are onto the mat. Extend the arms in front of you. Let's slowly lower down onto the back with control, of course, tucking the tailbone. Releasing the spine towards the ground, back of the head. Let's start to windshield wiper the legs. So start to extend the arms overhead and then release the knees towards the left. Inhale, draw the knees back to center, release them to the right. Moving through this twice more. Maybe even staying for a second or two longer on each side, however much you need, that you feel your body's asking for. Eventually, drawing the knees back to center. Coming into our final pose before we completely find stillness. We're going to draw the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Taking our Baddha Konasana or reclined butterfly. If you would like to open the shoulders, you can keep your arms extended overhead. If you'd like a more restorative version, maybe rest the palms one over the other, stacking them on top of the stomach. Keeping your eyes closed here, settling into your physical body, and just noticing the energetic, physical, mental, and emotional effects of the practice. Notice what's coming up for you. Observing your breath and your thoughts. Letting the knees get heavy towards the ground, opening the hips. You can slowly begin to draw the knees in towards the center, maybe using the hands to draw the knees together. Extending one leg and then the other, finding your Shavasana pose. Palms face open towards the ceiling. Let the palms and the feet get heavy towards the edges of the mat. Feel free to take up as much space as you want here. Noticing if you're seeing any colors or shapes as you close your eyes, settling into meditation. And just observing where you're at right now. Preparing yourself for a night of relaxation, good rest, and feeling rejuvenated. I recommend you pause this video and stay here for a couple minutes longer in your Shavasana, or for however long you feel like. I'm going to begin to slowly close the practice. So let's draw one knee into the chest and then the other. Rocking side to side, hands wrap around the shins. Massaging the sacrum, the low back into the ground. Eventually releasing the knees to the left, finding a fetal position, and slowly pressing your way up on your own time. Finding a comfortable seat in the middle of the mat, sitting nice and tall. Let's bring the palms to the heart center, draw the chin in. We're gonna close with an Om. So inhale through the nose. Om. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed that bedtime sequence. Please let me know how it went in the comment section below, and I'll see you next week for the next class. Bye.